Testing. Hello, hello. Good to go. What's up? We are back for Thursday evening. If you are somewhere where it is cold, make sure you got your heat on. Make sure you got your things that you need. Get tuned in. Tune in. We're gonna talk to you guys about what America lied to you about, because I know you guys. Some of you guys are just waking up to some lies that you guys have received over the last couple of years, whatever the case is. And some of you already knew about the lies, but we're going to wake up some additional lies tonight, because I know a lot of you are at a point in a crossroads where is America where I need to be? I definitely can understand that. I was at that point at one point in my life. So make sure you guys are sharing the live. This is an opportunity for you guys to ask questions, get information about some things that are important. Things are changing daily. By the time we get off of this live, who knows what may have happened in America? Yes, we are after business hours. However, we are definitely running into a situation where every day is an opportunity for something that you feel is a comfort to no longer be that way. We've got to get into it because we talked yesterday about the 6 steps that you need to move abroad. One of those, and it's not the one of the steps, but one of the steps within the steps is decluttering your life before you move abroad. That is really important because a lot of people, and by people I mean Americans, we in America don't actually realize how much stress that we are under living the American lifestyle. They have positioned it as the best country in the world. Um, I tend to fight back on that and ask for who, for certain. Best country for who? Not certain if that's you. Maybe it is the best country in the world. But when you guys get down to, community and or individuality, is it the best country for you? Is it the best country for your community, your inner circle? These things are really starting to knock a lot louder now because what we have considered minimums, bare minimums, norms, they are being threatened. Some people may be watching this and say, well, they've always been threatened. You guys are just waking up. And that may be the case in some scenarios. But the opportunity for us to, one, tap in with you guys, want to make certain you guys are all right. It does not have to be the way that is being shuffled to you. And I'm not saying that just from a scenario of if you move abroad, everything is going to make perfect sense in the world. That's a lie. That's big. That's a big lie. So you won't hear me say that. However, these conversations and this platform is designed around giving you guys some hope and some understanding, some inspiration and some education. This inspiration and education is designed around, hey, there's going to be some people that can leave. You're going to be able to come here and actually get information about how to leave, not just fluff stuff that you can't actually use. No, no, no. Real information that you can say, okay, this is a step by step process. These are real actionable items and resources that I can put to use. But then there's some other people. Not everyone can go. I think about so many people that are in situations where people are contacting me and say, hey, I'm a welder, or hey, I'm this. How do I move abroad? Do they have jobs out there for me? And the reality of it is not necessarily. Most expats and most people that live abroad will tell you ideal scenario, unless you are retired and you have your income coming in. But if you're looking to continue to make money while you're still working, you probably need to look into working from home, remote work. And that's challenging for some people. Uh, let's back up a little bit just so you guys can get to understand who it is I am. My name is RJ. I live out here in Medellin, Colombia. I have been here for 2 years. I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved 2 years ago from South Florida. So I've been out of Philadelphia for quite some time. But I did move out of South Florida because I was just spending way too much money and not having a good quality of life. I mean, I had a good quality of life, but was it good? And now I know it wasn't. But when we think about, this thought process of moving and all of these things that we have accumulated, you guys don't even know. You do know, but you don't know how many things you have accumulated. And you might not have thought about it in a while because maybe you haven't moved. And I don't mean moving out of the country. I just mean moved from one apartment to the next. Maybe it was in the same neighborhood. Maybe it was in a different neighborhood, but you had to pack up all of your things from said apartment that you moved from and leave as if you had never been there. So you had to pack up every little individual thing that you had accumulated, both since you had when you moved in there with it and all of the things you may have accumulated in between time. But you guys are in a scenario where as an American that is no longer living in the United States, I know what kind of pressure America puts on you to have stuff and things. They've put so much value into stuff and things. It's absolutely outrageous. Are these stuff and things what actually gives you peace of mind? What actually makes you feel like your family and you have time to spend with your family? Because I keep wanting to make certain that you guys understand. Money is not money. Yes, you have your money that is in your pocket. You have your digital dollars that are in your bank account that when you go to the ATM, you can get it out. Um, you have now Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin, crypto. It's all crazy because it's like it doesn't exist, but it's real money, right? And outside of, winning it big on crypto or anything else, everybody has to exchange their time for money. Now, I'm not saying that you are solely focused on money. That I'm not labeling you like that. But just consider it. You do need to pay to have a house, for food, transportation to and from. So, you will have to go somewhere or do something for money. And the way money works in the United States is the United States emphasizes you taking your time, converting that into money, and then turning around and purchasing stuff and things that is going to make your time away from your friends, your family, your hobbies, what the things that you want to do, people you want to be around, worth it. But how has that worked out? Seriously, has it worked out? If you've been watching this for longer than 30 seconds, it probably has not. I say that is because you guys are in a scenario where you're at a crossroads of continuing down a path that is going to continue to lead to what it is that you've already not or you have already received, but what you already know is to come. You're going to work, you're going to get old, you're going to retire, then you're going to say, "Hey, here's all this time to do this stuff." But the weird thing about time is only relevant is relative to the person that has it. So when you are looking at a scenario where when you get 65, 67, and they say, "Hey, job well done. You can retire now." How many of you guys at a young age wake up and, you know, your knee don't work like it did in the 20s? Back might hurt a little bit because I'm sitting in a chair all day working. Think about that. And you might not even be 40 years old yet. So imagine when you're almost 30 years from now and they say, "Hey, thanks for working all those years. Here's $1,500 for the rest of your life. Enjoy. Thank you." Where are you going to be at that time when your back hurts more, your knees hurt more? Now you get to see the world. But that is the program. That is the American dream. That is the thing. That is the thing that we've all been ingrained with since a very young age. And I'm sitting here confused because nobody raised their hand and said, so I can't see any of this stuff when I'm young? No, I got to work. And then when I do work, I don't even have enough. You guys don't even have enough time in America to see the world. You guys, listen, I'm a travel agent. I book trips all of the time. And I tell you this from understanding how people travel in America versus how people travel in other places. So in America, when you get a great job, they give you 14 paid days off. That's great, right? It's not. The same places that you assign them up and call them a third world country get way more time off than you. In Colombia, if you have a job, you get 38 paid days off. The European Union even offers 40. What are you going to do with 2 weeks of the year, every year? How much of the world can you see? Never mind sickness and all of this other stuff that could run into, but how much of the world can you actually see? So, because you can't see the world and America doesn't give you the platform to do so, you guys can't even raise your children the right way. What do I mean? People have 6 weeks of maternity leave, 2 to 4 weeks of paternity leave. If you have a baby and 6 weeks later, you got to go get that baby to somebody else because you have to go back to work, you don't even know that baby. That baby doesn't even know you. But the way that America has been set up is designed to give you no time to actually live life. You just have to be another person and in the program. And then what it is that you do spend your money on, because you can't go spend it off because you don't have enough time. You go spend it on stuff. Go spend it on things. And America does a really good job of making it feel like you're doing great by spending more of your money on stuff and things. So many of you guys look at the show Hoarders and say, I could never. Now, those are extreme cases. However, all of you guys are hoarders. Most of you guys in America do not live a minimalist lifestyle. And you've traded the time and the money that you needed to go possibly see the world. Because you can't go to your job and like, hey, yeah, I use all my vacation days, but let me give y'all $1,000 and let me get another week off. How that sound? Go to your job. Go ask them if you could pay them to get some time off. Go try to take unpaid time off in this economy, and they gonna have you on the unemployment line. So the only thing you can do is buy stuff and things. So when you go and pack up all of this stuff and all of these things, and this move from the United States abroad is completely different than the move from Philadelphia to New Jersey, Philadelphia to Miami, New York to Los Angeles. It doesn't even pale in comparison because you can't take it all with you. Imagine having to go right now with all that stuff and things that you have in your bag, in your house, excuse me. And they said, all right, you got all the pictures, all the sneakers, all of the stuff that you have in your house. Put it in 2 carry-ons and 2 check bags, and you have to leave the rest of it. You would probably depend on who you are. You might shed a tear. We got to leave right now. You got 2 bags and 2 carry-ons. What you gonna do? What are you gonna take? Now, when you move abroad, you won't have such a situation of duress. However, I was not prepared. I was not. I was a part of the program. I had spent my life on stuff and things, cars, clothes, sneakers. Like 80 pairs of sneakers. Like, what am I going to do with all of those? Got 2 feet and 80 pairs of sneakers. All of those things had meant something. And then when I was sitting around my things and having the tough conversation, asking myself the tough question I'm asking you, when you have to go pack all of your stuff, What are you going to take? You have so much stuff. Consider, we are still less than 1 month from Christmas. So many of you guys spend money. So many other people may have taken extra shifts to cater to making certain that people had the Christmas that they wanted to be able to present for these people. Are they, is that stuff that you gave? What's the fanfare on it right now on today? Now, considering that we're not even 1 month away, but we also have Valentine's Day coming up, how many of you are in another position to go have to purchase some more stuff, purchase some more things? When does it end? They have a sale for you for everything. Everything is discounted. Think about all the holidays that don't mean anything in real life, yet they have a sale for it. Seriously. So everything in the United States is designed for you to be materialistic. Give your time, give your energy, give your everything for stuff and things. But where has it led you? What's going on? Um, Literally, it's led you to a situation where you've gotten comfortable with things that you used to hate because you can't leave. You got so many anchors there. You're in a car lease. You're in a apartment lease. You own a house, and the market isn't great. So what do you do? I gotta stay. My family. I understand everything, but I'm asking you a question and putting it back on you guys. If you are, no, I am not going to sing. Not at all. If you are in a situation where you've seen generations and generations and generations of your family do the exact same thing, and it led you exactly to where you are right now today, let me ask you: are you willing to continue on the generational cycle of what it is that you've already seen, or are you willing to possibly look a little crazy, possibly be in a scenario where, hey, they thought I was crazy until they realized that I might have been onto something. That's where I'm at in my life. I told y'all yesterday, your family gonna call you crazy when you go move out abroad. I'm cool with it. I'm actually fine with that because boxes were never made for me. Ever. I ain't coming here in no box. No, this is not poetry either. This is trying to, somebody is asking if this is poetry. This is not poetry, and I am not about to sing. This is honestly giving you, I'm talking to you guys. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to understand that the American dream and what it is that you've been sold is completely a lie. And you have been lied to, and you guys need to wake up because so much time and energy has been spent on buying stuff and things for temporary happiness. And you right here looking at the news every time you can get a chance and saying, what the hell is going on? So no poetry, no singing. Might call it preaching, but I ain't no minister. I'm just kind of keep it honest with you guys. It's definitely a struggle out here. Oh, there, yeah, you might not even be in the United States. People, and that's what you guys don't even realize. So many people didn't know the behind the curtain things that are happening in the United States for so many years. I would come and say, you guys know, like, they're like, you really love Colombia. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not going to get hit by doing, going to the grocery store. They're like, what are you talking about? They didn't even know that. And now I am being approached and getting asked questions from people as if I know what's going on, as if because I'm an American out here. They don't look at me and be like, oh, it's a black guy. You're not with them. Like, no, he's American. What's up with Trump? And I'm like, nothing. I don't know. I have no idea what is going on. So more people around the world are starting to realize that America may be a little crazy. They don't even know what we're talking about. This is 100% behind the curtain again. They don't even know that so many people from the outside can say, oh, I want to go to America. And it's like, do you know how much it costs to live in America? Now, folks called me and said it was $70 for a half a bag of groceries. I think the trending thing on TikTok or whatever the case is, or Facebook, I've seen it also, is how much of a dozen eggs in your neighborhood? $3,000 for rent. That's exactly, somebody said it's $3,000 for rent. That is exactly why I left South Florida. I had a 2x2 and it was going up to 2,900, and that is just for a house. That is not for anything extra. We had to pay uh 12, it was a $12. You get 10 7 7 trash bags and 4 recycling bags, and they had to, everything had to be in there or they would not pick it up, and you can get fined $500 for 2 weeks of groceries. See, you guys, this is why we're having these conversations. So no poetry, no singing, but seriously, it's time to figure out, okay, what can we do? Because the thing is this, not everybody can leave. I get that. That's cool. So what do you do if you can't leave? Well, first thing you should start doing is understanding that your happiness isn't like this. This is from Palenque. This costs $20, maybe. Like, I don't care. I got an Apple Watch and another thing going from Palenque. Like, you guys are buying watches and cars that don't mean anything. They just get you from one place to another place. And you sitting here telling me that you're not happy, but you have thousands of dollars wrapped up in the outside vehicle. You have thousands of dollars draped around your neck as if it's some sort of badge of honor, and nobody cares. Why? So for the people that cannot leave, let this be the wake-up call for you to say, maybe I should stop spending my life on stuff and things, because you still got to go to work. You still got to trade your time for things that you need. But realistically, it's your opportunity to say, what can I spend my money on that will lead to a better life? If I can't leave America, what can I do? So many of you guys, it's a bee. Hold on. Bee not going to sting me tonight. I got a bee in the house and the bee is on the table. Bear with me. I'm trying not to get stung on live. But realistically, you guys have to think about that, because you have so many things that you could actually do that is like, okay, I can't leave, but what can I do that is trading my stuff and stop trading stuff and things for like quality of life, because that's not working. Well, I'll give you some low risk, easy. You are wherever you are watching this right now. Open up Airbnb, go to experiences, look in your neighborhood. If you're in Philadelphia, go to the experiences tab and just pay money to do something that you've never done. Why are y'all spending money on bottles and it's just 500%? You can go down to the wine and spirits and get a $20 bottle, but y'all want to spend $500 on one bottle in a club with people that y'all don't even know and don't even like, and then talk about, I'm not happy. You keep doing this shit and you don't even understand that you are part of the problem. That's why we talked about yesterday. How many Americans are in the passenger seat of the car of their life that they own, that let America and its ideals drive? That's crazy. Y'all not even driving the car that's your life. Somebody say, yo, you need this stuff. And he like, man, I need this stuff. It's going to make you happy. Then you get it. And then you consume it. And then you're like, hey, y'all, it didn't make me happy. They're like, because you didn't get enough of it. Buy some more. And then you just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. It's crazy. It's the definition of insanity. Generations of my family has been in the United States. What has the United States gotten to them with just staying there? I know where I grew up. I wanted different. I don't even have any kids. I don't got no kids on the way either. But my kid is not going to grow up going through the things that I've seen. That's just reality. You know why? Because I decided to break out of what it was. There was generations that, everybody did it just a little bit better. They just did a little bit better. What if you want to take a leap? What if you were, like, when people talk about legacy and leaving something behind, but what if you are willing to take a leap? and actually springboard. Because right now, especially us, we're in a situation where we may be behind. So a leap may be what it takes to recorrect all of the path. I tell people, you guys don't even realize, like here in Colombia, it's it's a scenario where the average Colombian, that's not even like a black person, just the average Colombian, it takes them 11 generations to get out of poverty. So many of you guys are watching this right now and they're probably in this scenario where you may be a fourth generation and out of poverty from slavery, from something else, whatever the case is, but from poverty. Shoot, shit, slavery is actually less than poverty. It's actually being in the negatives. So think about that. Think about the opportunity, because you guys don't understand that you are in a position where you could be the person to change your family's directory. But if you keep doing retail therapy every time you get sad and just going and filling up your closet, when you keep doing I'm saving myself to get this car. I was that guy. My whole college, I had an E350, white, peanut butter interior, drop top, on my screensaver. Guess what, guys? I got that car. Mine was black though. Everything else was the same. And guess what? I ain't got no car no more. I spent 4 collegiate years really thinking, like, when I get this car, ooh, got it. And what? And what? When I left, it caused me more heartache and turmoil. And it made me so, I was upset with myself because I spent so long idolizing it. I spent so long working to be able to afford a car like that, building my business, building the things up that I wanted to get. I wanted to get all of this stuff. And when I went to go leave, I didn't even have enough space to take it with me. And I realized I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of energy. I spent so much on buying stuff and things that I wasn't enjoying my life. I just had a bunch of shit. Where are you with that? How much stuff do you have and you don't feel the happiness that it was supposed to provide? Seriously. It's something to consider, because you are consistently ingrained with buying things. Watching your favorite TV show, commercial comes on. You need Tide Pods. They're going to make you smell fresh. Now, those are normal things. But we've got a Valentine's Day sale coming up. Got a President's Day sale coming up. Easter sale. They gave you a sale for Jesus coming back. Everything around you is about buying things. And then you get out here and then you realize, yes, people have money. Also, people don't have money. But you know what they do have across the board? Happiness. Happiness. America does not want to see you happy. Anybody that says you only can get 14 paid days off in the weekends in a year does not want to, not only does not want to see you happy, but they also don't want you to know that happiness does not live in this snow globe that they call America. It's pretty. There's a box or a sphere, but it is very constricting once you understand that what they've sold you as normal isn't real. Some of you guys, we had this, I can't remember who said it, but we came to the same conclusion. You guys are actually in a position to pay a premium for a terrible quality of life. In America, you pay a premium for a terrible quality of life. Oh, no. What are you talking about? Well, they don't want you to know. So that's why we talk to what America lied to you about. So America tells you they're the greatest place on earth, and sure, America pays for healthcare in other countries. Their citizens don't have healthcare. you can go and be homeless because you got sick. Consider that. You guys are in a scenario where you can go to work 40 hours a week. They say a living wage. They don't even pay a living wage in America anymore. And you guys think that that is a living wage. Think I'm lying? Go down to these homeless places and find out how many people actually have a full-time job. Now, you may not have the best place. You might not have the most luxury items. But if you work for somebody, they are legally required to pay you enough. Here in Colombia, a place that many of you from sitting in your little pearly gates would consider a third world country, they have to legally pay you enough to not only have a place to live, that you can afford a place to live, they have to give you 30, 20 paid days off, the 18 federal holidays that are here. There's also other protections that each year that they get a raise increase. There's also other things where they get a bonus twice a year, around Christmas and around June or July or something like that. Third world country though, right? When's the last time somebody did that for you in America? Never mind how many of you guys are going to be out of a job in a couple of days because what Main Man has done on day 4 and in the last 4 days. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Not what we doing. We as in us, we are sitting here having a conversation, hopefully trying to wake you up. What are you going to do? I have no idea. I got some ideas in regards to what you can do, but I don't know what you are ultimately going to do. Most of you guys will turn this off and go right back to spending your time on stuff and things. And when you get old, and maybe you will remember this conversation and say, damn, he was right. He might have been on to something, but I no longer have the time to figure out if what he said was true with my own 2 eyes because I'm bedridden. I can't do anything anymore. When is enough enough? So many of us, and I say that as far as people that moved out of the United States, so many of us left a while ago. As I mentioned, I've been here for 2 years. So many people left when Cheeto Man came in office the first time. Said, nope, I'm out. I'm not doing this. So many people left after the pandemic. It was like, I got to get out of here. America was crazy and is crazy. There were other reasons that many people left. So many different crossroads. And we're at a crossroads again. And I would be not a good steward of this service to say that, like, once again, everybody can't come. So many people my age have not touched a computer in a while. So remote work is going to be impossible. You don't even know the Microsoft Office suite. Control Alt Delete is like, huh? And you also probably don't have the time to go learn new skills. At the same time, you're just trying to keep afloat. So, for my folks that can't leave, look into things that you can do. Start experiencing more. If you can't travel, start experiencing more in your city, in your state. If you can drive, go see it. Go refocus your energy on quality of life versus quantity of life. You guys have been positioned to get it. I want the car, I want the house, I want the clothes, the bags, the shoes, the meals. I want it all. But the thought process of the American dream is like, one day maybe I can actually get it. But do you know how many Americans die chasing said dream and never even getting close? Why are you chasing? It's your life. You got to live your life. You can't chase something that is 1% attain it. You know, it's so bad because a lot of times, and I talked to this with my fellow, I wouldn't even call them travel creators. It's more like we're group travel curators. And I say that is because so many people are now viral personalities. They are TikTok famous and Instagram famous, and they make great travel content. But I see so much of it, and it feels so. Um, it feels so. I want to say forced. It just doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel like somebody I want to hang out with. It doesn't feel like, because so many people are willing to go to somewhere for 48 hours and say, "Hey, I know exactly what it is you need to do when you come. Take my itinerary." That's outrageous. I would tell you this is what I did, but to say this is the itinerary you need. So many people are telling you how you can use your credit card to travel around the world on points. And it's like, do y'all not even realize that so many people are in situations where their credit is not even good? You're talking to the 1% of people in the room. Even if you were talking to 10% of people, that means you're ignoring 90% of people. So you guys look at these things, and these are the things that go viral, and the likes and the comments and the shares. And then you say, I need that stuff. I need to go get it. And then you're chasing this rabbit that don't want to be caught and won't be caught. Most of you guys will not catch that rabbit. So when I talk about this, what America lied to you about, they gave y'all a good pill and y'all took it. And then, well, everybody take it, but you got to take the other one to get the hell out of it. And this is not just about moving abroad, because when you do it, you're going to be faced hardly. There's no escaping this. For these people that can't move abroad, you still have a choice. You have a choice to still keep doing what you're doing and getting what you're getting. Or you can start looking into experiences and who you are and what makes you happy. I guarantee you it's not the feeling you get when you put a new pair of shoes on. And some of you will tell yourselves that and lie to yourself. I'm going to tell you why you're lying to yourself, and I don't even have to know you. Get a new pair of shoes, new pair of anything, new outfit. Oh, I just love buying stuff because, that feeling when you get, and, people think that that you got something on, they give you compliments. They tell you how beautiful you look. I got it. How long does that last, though? If you did that on Monday and you showed up with your new fit, your new clothes, spent $5,000 on this outfit, they will give you all those compliments that you're looking for and you're craving, right? I'm certain of it. But what happens on Tuesday? If you were to show up with that exact same outfit on in the exact same place that you were, for the people that it is that you try to impress with said outfit, what would they say? Most people would talk about you. Why she got on that outfit from yesterday? Your homegirl gonna say, hey girl, you feeling all right? But everybody gonna be like, why does she still have that outfit on? But that's what made you feel good yesterday, right? You spend all day putting it together, laid it out like you was a kid on the first day of middle school. Fleeting. Y'all don't need, see that. Y'all remember when they used to say, I got the drip? No, they be like, I got the sauce. The drip, it just drip. The sauce, it lasts forever. Y'all are really out here literally trading yourselves and your whole life for a bunch of stuff. You can go to a nursing home, ask people on their deathbed, or ask people in a nursing home. This is in a nursing home. Hey, my brother, what was your favorite outfit when you was out here young? And they might tell you about it. But do you think they want to talk to you about their favorite outfit when they can't go outside and put that said outfit on? Or they're gonna say, "Hey, man, when I was young, I went to Colombia. I lived there for 3 months. I went to Mexico. I met so many different people. I met local people. I learned a new language. I learned a new culture." You think his eyes or their eyes ain't gonna light up being able to tell you that versus telling you what it is that they bought? Y'all spending hours in lines for Michael Jordan. Republicans buy Jordans too. Yeah, okay, Michael Jordan. Okay. Hours in line. Remember, y'all don't do that as much anymore, but I remember y'all used to spend hours in line waiting for a shoe. A shoe that none of y'all have anymore. None. Y'all spend money as if it doesn't cost you time. I give you guys this example because it's the easiest thing for you to understand. You guys know $500, you can't throw it from this side of the living room to the other side. But if you make $30 an hour after taxes, so they give you $30 an hour, it's going to take you 17 man hours to be able to afford to spend $500. $30. It's like 16.67 hours. Are you guys not paying attention to where it is that you have been placed and what it is that you have been placed in? Are you willing to continue the rest of your life sitting in a scenario where I have given my life to brand names, manufacturers, and things of that nature, and I ain't seen shit? Bad, bad world out here, man. And so many of y'all won't realize it without these kind of conversations. So many of you guys won't even wake up and realize that dude ain't crazy. How many people have y'all lost where they didn't get to do the things that they wanted to do? I'm not even talking about old people. I'm talking about young people. Told you I'm 37 years old. I'll be 38 in August. I'm not guaranteed to get to August, but I know if I was to go tomorrow, I know I have literally lived the best life that I could from the moment that I woke up. So many of y'all are not in this scenario of even being awake to be able to feel like you're living your best life. Your best life is not 5 day, 4 night vacations a year. It's not. It's not at all. I literally was outside, and I live in a neighborhood where there is a park, there's a museum, there is a skate park. So these people are out there and they get down. If I listen, I'm way past that time frame in my life to want to do BMX bike riding, rollerblading, aggressively skateboarding. But these dudes are in the bowl and like people are outside. You see just like a group of friends with their dog, like sitting on a blanket with wine and a picnic basket, and it's 3 in the afternoon. If I walked outside right now and showed y'all, it'd be a bunch of people outside with dogs, kids playing in the playground. This is not what you go outside of your states in the states and see. You guys are in a scenario where y'all look at 90s movies as if it doesn't exist anymore in the world. No, it just don't exist anymore in the United States. The malls even here are in a scenario where it feels like, what did they take? They've taken so much from us and replaced it with stuff and things. So many people aren't willing to talk to you unless there's a dollar amount attached to it. I'm on the phone. I'm on this with this you guys all of the time, giving free information and free advice because I understand that there was no platform, there was no resource. Most of these influencers that you guys patronize don't actually give you something that you can use. You're just selling likes and views and comments. But what if you could say, hey, he's right. No, I can't move abroad. But you know what I can do? Pull up Airbnb, experiences, and go to Viator, see what is going on in my neighborhood, what is going on in my city that I've never done, and go do it. You guys live in big states. Maybe you live in a big city. Go look at the other things that the state has to offer. I'm not just selling this elitist scenario where it's like, if you can't move abroad, then I'm not talking to you. No, I don't operate in communities like that. I got to talk to the people that can and say, hey, brother, here's the things that you can do since it seems like you want to be going about doing it. And anybody that knows me, has been in my messages and been in my DMs, know that's exactly who I am. I don't gatekeep. I give you all of the information because it wasn't available to me. And I spent so much time, energy, and effort. I could have been putting my energy in something else. I could have put my time into something else because I keep telling y'all everything we're doing is a trading of time and energy. You guys don't understand that if you put all of your energy and time into making money and not being in a scenario where it's okay, yes, I have the money that I need to survive, but the rest of this, I'm going to spend it bettering my quality of life. you will have missed the entire meaning of life. You guys have to realize nothing is guaranteed. Y'all love to believe that America is bulletproof. No trigger words, but seriously. But we just saw a whole global pandemic that no one could have actually put on their radar that shut the entire world down. There was no preparation for that. There was no thought process to how do I get better? There's a, okay, now it happened. This is what we can do to make certain that if it comes up again. But the thing is with the life, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't just let you get prepared for it the way that you need to prepare. Some things you can prepare for. But you don't understand that if things go belly up. So I live here in Colombia. The neighboring country is Venezuela. If anybody has been to Colombia, you may have run into a number of Venezuelans. They have a bunch of money, just stacks of money. You guys love money spreads. They got stacks of money, and they just waving it. Amigo, amigo. Because you look like, hell, look at dude just waving money in the air. That money ain't worth the notebook paper in this. If you think that money worth something, then you think I can sell you this whole book for $1,000 right now. Things got bad in Venezuela. The money no longer means anything. So what if you had been in a scenario where you just spent all your time and energy on said money? The United States government is literally talking about becoming the artificial intelligence and crypto country of the world. The US dollar is on its way down. BRICS, like these things are actually happening. It's not like me sensationalizing you guys. You have to realize what is happening. And then you guys are not realizing that you may be stuck holding monopoly money and didn't actually live a life that was worth a damn. I got a bunch of stuff and things. Imagine if the world is ending and you got hopefully got your family around you. But let's say you got your family around you and you're like, oh my gosh, the world is ending, guys. I'm so glad we have all this stuff that we bought because we're about to blow up. Nobody's going to say that. Yeah, you keep doing it. So please, even if you're not moving, wake up. Do more things, experience more. Go to a cooking class, go to a pottery class. I've done things here that I've never had on my radar. River rafting. Nope. But I did it. Paragliding. I'm 6'3". I don't like heights. I am tall enough. However, I have gone paragliding here twice. And that's at 5,000 feet. Because you know why? Because I'm not going to get out of this world. And I've seen so many young and I've seen so many old people be in a situation where they didn't get to experience it. And they got a bunch of stuff and things, watches, jackets, suits, clothes, stuff. How many passport stamps have you gotten? How many experiences have you been able to check off a bucket list that you made up? Don't tell me what's in your closet. Tell me how many of those things you got done. America will literally lie to you and tell you to do the opposite. Buy that shit. You know why? Because they need you. You have to realize capitalism is not necessarily what you want. Yes, you want the ability to be able to make your own money, work hard, and do these things. Yes, you do. But you don't want to be just a number. So many people I've seen in the election, it was like, well, he's a businessman, so, he'll run a good business. First of all, is he? Is he a good one? How many times has he been in the papers for doing the wrong thing? That's neither here nor there. But second of all, not isolated to anybody. You don't want your government to be run like a business. You know why? Because as a business owner and as a for-profit business owner, we need to do what we can to always stay in the green. So things that do not allow us to stay in the green have to be cut. If you get sick, how can you be a part of the program? If you aren't a person that can make money for said program, why do we care? Now, this is your government. The government is made up of a society and a community of people. That is, if we have elected these people to govern us within the society and within the community, that is not a for-profit business. That is a need that needs to happen. However, when you guys get so disenfranchised with thinking that you're going to be the next millionaire or billionaire, that happens, and realize you're actually going against your own values, your own things that will actually be your demise. That's what we're seeing right now in just 4 days. It's 361 days left in the whole year. And then 3 whole years after that. The time is now, y'all. The time is now. So, for my people that are looking to move abroad, remember this conversation. Because when you go pack up all that shit that you done purchased and realize you can't take it all, you can't take all the pictures, you can't take all the shoes, the clothes, the suit jackets. Y'all fall fashion people. I just love fall fashion. You love capitalism, my boy. You in love with it. You are in love with capitalism. You're not in love with clothes. You're in love with the feeling that clothes make you have because you so damn depressed that you don't even realize that you are just trying to find temporary happiness. You are not in a situation where you are driving the car that is your life. You are in the passenger seat and they keep just feeding you stuff and saying, this will get them. And it does. It keeps you there. And the best part is they also know that so many of you aren't willing to look crazy. So many of you aren't willing to leave your family. Well, I would go, but my family needs me. Well, you are going to stay there and you are going to continue on the cycle of what your family has always had. And you might inch a little bit. Maybe you go a little bit further. But all y'all still stuck in that. And the moment you see, that's why I told so many people, because when you declutter your life and you give up all that shit that America has for you, and you go move abroad and you realize that what was normal and deemed as first world country, that shit's the ghetto. The ghetto. Every time I go back there, I literally was like 20 minutes. I'm an energy person. I'm an energy person. And when I tell you, my energy was immediately off. I got out of the plane and just people was just getting on my nerves. And I didn't feel that way in a very long, like I was just off. I had to pick up things that I wasn't used to dealing with walking around in the streets of Colombia. And you guys, are you guys safe out there? Are you safe? Y'all are in the United States. There was a mass incident just yesterday at a high school. Your children are being taught how to go. If a fire drill happens and if an incident drill happens, this is what you do. And you're asking me if I am safe, and I don't think about any of those things when I walk out of this door. You have to also realize that the decluttering isn't just physical things, it's mental things, because you're going to wake up and realize, hey, my life didn't actually have to be like that. What the hell? What the hell? And I talk to my friends all the time, and I always say, I say this because everybody wakes up at a different time. So I don't never put my friends in a situation where I'm like saying like, yeah, you bugging. Like I try not to do that. Do I think that? Possibly. But I know everybody's got their reasons why they have to stay. But I always say, if you can't, let's do this. But if you can, consider what it could mean for your children, what it could mean for you and your legacy of your family, and what your family's name can do around this world, what you could do for yourself, for your community, for your second family that you find out here in these global streets. It's an opportunity to say, maybe I just don't got to be another one step in front of the other one on one track. Maybe I'm on a whole nother track. But now I'm bringing this track, my old track that was never only going to get but so far. Now we got a whole new path together. I talked to my friends and he's like, bro, you're enlightening me. You're giving me understanding and pause for cause of things that I would have grown up and would have just walked through this life thinking that was perfectly fine and normal. And you're like, bro, but you know me. You know that we didn't grow up like this. And I'm telling you, this is different. All of the things that people could think of. Oh, I have kids and I can't move abroad. Oh, I have, what about school? What about safety? What about this? And they're like, RJ ain't gonna lie to me. So when you get there, you're gonna realize, because when you have left it, I tell these people that leave, be prepared, because you're gonna go back. No, I'm not saying to move, but you're gonna go back. You're gonna go see said family that you left. You're gonna go, go to I go to New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I love oysters. Yes, oysters. But when I go back to the United States, I pick up a weight that I no longer have on my body. And that weight is even heavier than I actually thought it was before I woke up. I kind of knew, like, man, I gotta walk outside and make sure that I got my P's and Q's in order, because I can go to jail and I haven't even done anything. But that's just how it is in the United States. I could walk into the grocery store and something could happen. Imagine if you didn't have to think like that anymore. Imagine if groceries weren't $100 a bag. Imagine if gas wasn't $3 a gallon. Matter of fact, imagine if you ain't worried about how much gas it is, because you don't even have a car, because you live in a walkable neighborhood, or you live in a neighborhood where an Uber is $2, $3. If you want to take public transportation, it's like 25 cents. Like, what would your life be if that wasn't on your mind? How many of you guys are one paycheck away? And it's not something that you guys got to answer in the comments, but how many of you guys are one paycheck away? One paycheck away, a missed paycheck, and you don't have enough money saved to pay your rent. Or if you had to go 3 months with no car, with no money income, with no income, would you be homeless? Would you have somewhere to go? Not when you're spending $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month, $4,000 a month, just on basic stuff. Never mind none of the frills. No Gucci, just life. $100 bag of groceries to do that. How it takes 17 hours at $30 an hour after taxes to spend $500, but how quickly can you go spend $500? 17 hours. That's a lot of time. That's 2 full days, Monday and Tuesday, and 1 hour on Wednesday. Mayman in the comments said it's $500 a month for a single person for groceries. What if you got kids? They don't work. That's your broke best friend. What y'all gonna do? You got to figure out something. Now, I can't give you anything from a financial perspective, but I'm like, I would be, listen, you got to start chipping away. I would do whatever it is that I can to try to find what it was that I was good at and transition into some sort of remote workspace. Because if you can make dollars in a place where nobody spends in dollars, your money can go further. Can. I didn't say will. Can. But that all depends on where it is that you're going. Mexico, Mexican pesos, 20 Mexican pesos to $1. So you got a break. Colombia, 4,000 Colombian pesos to $1. Way bigger difference. Way bigger difference. You people are talking about Thailand. Real cheap over there. $300, $400, $500 a month for a villa, 2-bedroom villa with a pool. Y'all like, I want to go. Don't got no job lined up. Don't have no online skills. Don't even know what time it is there or day. Because guess what? It's not Thursday in Bangkok. It's not Thursday in Bali. So please make sure you guys are considering all of these things. You got to take into consideration, if I'm not leaving, what can I do to stop spending my life on stuff and things and start really enjoying my life? Your quality of life is the most important thing that you have, because you only have a very short amount of time. And none of us know when the sand is going to end. People say, oh, I'm going to die, old man in my bed. How do you know that? How do you know that? You live in a high intensity environment where anything can happen. You go, man, I forgot the salt. I forgot some pepper. I got to go run the store and get some pepper. And that'd be the last time you run the store in America. No, but I had all these plans to go see the world. Like, but you. So today, oi, today is the day. Today is the day that hopefully somebody that was watching this, somebody that's going to rewatch this, says, "Hey, I decided to wake up. No, I can't go move, but there's no way that I'm gonna spend my entire life on a bunch of stuff that I just keep buying more and more and more and more and more, and it's just none." And some of y'all are like, I got plenty of money. I can buy all the stuff and things I want, but I'm like, that's why y'all come out here with Gucci and Columbia and Cuban links on, and then be acting like wild people in your face. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares that you have enough money to buy a Cuban link, a bust down Rolly. Nobody cares what kind of car you drive. People are only cared at this day and age. Look around. Who the hell cares about somebody that's popping the bottles in the clubs? Once you got big diamond earrings, no one cares. People are actually out here going through it. Yet here you are, buying the bags, buying the stuff, taking the pictures, putting the filter on them. I know. I know. So y'all got to make a decision. Are y'all gonna keep falling into the lie that America told you that the stuff and the things is gonna make you happy, or you gonna wake up? You gonna decide? All right, I'm leaving. I'm getting down. I'm going down to 2 check bags, 2 carry-ons. I'm ready for the world. What means the world to me? Is it money? Is it car? Cameron might have been on to something. Who knows? Or you gonna say, hey, I'm staying in the United States, but man, is something is on to something, and I need to start seeing more of this stuff. So no, I'm not gonna be buying a bunch of stuff and things outside of freaking flights, but I'm gonna start enjoying more. Most of y'all have been into the club. Y'all did the clubs. Y'all did the bottles. Y'all did that stuff. Challenge your friends groups to do more. My boy Joe, and I asked him this, and this was years ago, but I asked him this, and I was like, I'm like, that is the most interesting bachelor party that I've ever heard of. Most guys go to bachelor parties, and it's like, my man went and clowned, I think it was Fiji, Mount Kilimanjaro, one of them. And I was like, hey, yo, y'all brothers is all right with me. Because most people won't go and do something that is like you are experiencing life. Y'all just want the same old canned experiences. Oh, I went to Miami and popped bottles. I went to live on Sunday. Bro, I did that 15 years ago. Y'all tired. I just got there. More people will be like, man, I went and swum with some dolphins, or I went and swum with turtles, or look at this footage I have snorkeling in San Andres. Like, those things are the things that when you get old, or if something happens to you and you can't move around like you used to, you're going to be like, oh shit, at least I did it. It ain't going to be a stuff and things thing. Wall full of Jordans. What if you ain't got no legs? All of that stuff is legitimate things that can happen out here in this world, and y'all literally are putting it back into t-shirts and stuff. And you get out here and you realize, yo, it's people that ain't got a bunch of things and they happier than me. What's wrong? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong where they happier than me and I got way more shit than them? Because you put your happiness in the wrong stuff. You put your happiness into some manufacturer. You didn't put your happiness into quality, substance. So, thank y'all. Been a little over an hour. I appreciate you guys as always. Tomorrow, we'll be back on. We'll be back on at around 3:30. We'll be going live talking about the second annual Spell House International trip. Shout out to all my Spell House folks. If you didn't go to Spell House, that is cool too. We take all the vibes of Spell House at Homecoming. That is in Atlanta every year. And we bring it on the road. Last year we did Cartagena. The people this year selected San Andres Island, Colombia. It's the island of seven blues. It is one of the most beautiful places on earth. If you have been looking to go to the Maldives but don't have no Maldives money, this is actually the best place for you to go. The water is crystal clear. The music is amazing. We're going to have a live reggae concert. We're going to get into all the details. Come tomorrow at 3:30, and then we will be back on at 6:30. As I mentioned, I have never been a gatekeeper ever in my life. I've always been open to a fault, but that's the good and the bad. I tell you this is because we will have my Morehouse brother, William Easley, will be on tomorrow at 6:30. For all my people, we will be continue to do these things. We're putting some things together to make certain that you guys always have the access that you need for real conversations with real people that have really already done this. So we get DMs, Panama, Costa Rica, Belize. We've got it all. We will open up our travel network, and that is concluding tomorrow. We're going to be talking about relocation tours to both Medellin, Colombia, as well as Panama. William is the owner of Go Explore Panama. He is going to be able to tell you what life in Panama is like, as well as later in the weekend, Saturday, we'll be on live at midday with Bintu. Bintu is one of my friends from Philadelphia. Went to high school together. Known her since I was probably 13 years old, but now she lives in Qatar, and she runs the Blacks in Qatar page and group, and she's going to be giving you guys information because we want to make certain that if Colombia is not the place for you, that is okay. Can't be the place for everybody. We want to bring in the resources to be able to give you understanding and insights to be able to get it figured out. Do I want to go live in Colombia? Do I want to go live in Panama? Do I want to go live in Qatar? Do I want to go live in Belize? I have no idea. My job is just to bring you the people that you can ask the question. So make certain if you aren't the person, that's cool. Just bring the person to the conversation. Wherever it is that you can see this, I will tell you TikTok. Y'all make certain that y'all go to YouTube, Black Expat Life in Colombia. And if you are not on YouTube, go to Black Expat Life in Colombia. There you can find all of the information as far as the conversations that we've had. Conversations with experts, conversations with parents, conversations with people that live in Ghana. The experts range from real estate, immigration, healthcare. We have brought everything that you need to consider if this move abroad is going to be for you. You guys can also go to movetravelcolombia.com. There are a bunch of free resources that are already there. All of our experts' contact information is there too. I told you I've never been a gatekeeper, so you don't have to pay me to get nobody's phone number. I want you to be sure that you feel trusting with us to be able to bring what it is that you need to the table all of the time, even if it doesn't come directly from us. So I appreciate you guys. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sharing. I think I've seen a couple of my friends jump in here. I think I've seen a couple of shares, a couple of comments. Shout out to you guys as always. Make certain that you guys are one, waking up, doing what you have to do to break free from the reality of the American dream might be a lie. It's okay. It's just about what it is you do with the information that it is that you know about. So thank you as always for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. And you guys get me on the weekend. You guys get me on Saturday. We'll be talking to Qatar. Shout out to Bintu. Shout out to William. Shout out to everybody that has been taking their time to write us messages, support, questions. It is all appreciated. The love is definitely there. And I want to continue to build this community so that you guys feel safe with whatever decision that is that you make. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Time to eat dinner. Talk to you then.